That's pretty messed up shit right there. Welcome back again to the show, folks. I thought maybe I'd just let it all hang out tonight. What do you think? Figured to do a little short video on alternate tunings on guitar. I see a lot of people talking about that and tuning up. Does it hurt my guitar to tune it up to this tuning or that tuning or whatever tuning? You know, it affects acoustic guitars. It hurts acoustic guitars more than it does electric, I think, because there's just so much, well, you know, because they're acoustics is why. You have so much more bracing and stuff. Electric guitars are much more solider than acoustic guitars are. So we're going to mainly refer to acoustic guitars in this, but it does affect them all. When you alternate your tuning to something else, you know, generally you tune some strings up and some down. Tuning these wound strings up, you're applying a way more stress on your instrument. A lot of things are going to change. Your guitar wasn't designed for that. Now they do make, design and build guitars that are, you know, for a certain tuning, alternate tunings, or one alternate tuning, or maybe more than one. I'm talking about guitars that were built, designed and built for A440 pitch, standard tuning. Those guitars do not like that added stress. Now, given not all alternate tunings are up, you know, some of them are down, but the ones that go up, I mean, you're increasing. You say on this guitar right here, it's got the first string is a .013, sixth string is a .056. There's roughly around 180 pounds of stress on the bridge and on the neck and the neck joint, the peg head up here. We all know Gibson's peg heads are weak anyway. Ask the guy that owned the J45. Well, no, his peg head was okay. It was the neck that cracked. Anyways, you put more stress on it, and it puts more stress on your truss rod. If you tune up higher like that, you're going to bend more relief into your neck. Your action is going to raise because of that. You're going to have more stress back here on the bridge. If you're starting to get a belly on your guitar, then that's going to greatly speed up that process of the belly forming. It's happened to me too. You know, just several things there that changes when you alternate your tuning in an upward manner, tightening the strings up, making it tuning up higher. It changes your complete setup. I mean, you know, maybe on some guitars not very much, more on others. It depends a lot on how solid your guitar is, how well it's holding together. We all know acoustics sound best when, you know, they're literally about to come apart. That's when they sound their best. That's what the old time luthiers used to say. And they do, really, you know. And then you go adding more stress onto that and want to know if it's going to hurt it. But it changes it even changes the sound of your guitar. You know, like I say there again, the guitar was built, it was designed and built for a certain gauge of strings to be tuned at each one of those strings a certain way. And when you go messing with that and alternate tuning up or down, mostly up, then you're going outside the boundaries of what that guitar was designed for, okay? And there's no guarantee on what might happen. Cue Ball made the scene. Hi, baby, she's got something wrong with her leg and some other problems that might be serious. I'm going to take her to the vet probably tomorrow. I don't know what's going on with her. More on that later. Anyways, on acoustic guitars, it affects the way the vibrations are carried through the guitar. The top does not vibrate like it was designed to do under A440. Usually is what they're designed to, you know, vibrate under the best. They tap tune that top actually, and they tap tune it to usually A440. And by doing that, you know, not every, you got like an E, B, G, D, A, and E, but playing normally in G chord or A chord, that guitar is going to sound its absolute very best because it was tap tuned to that. If it was tap tuned to D, it would sound better playing in D chord all the time, you know, but they can't tap tune it to each one of those notes. So they tap tune it to the one that, you know, the guitar is generally going to be used for. you change, like I say, you put more stress on the truss rod, your neck relief is going to get more, your string is going to get higher, your action is going to get higher. You're going to put more of a belly sooner back here on it. You should not tune your guitars up and leave them in these alternate tunings and hanging on the wall or in a guitar stand, or you just should never leave them that way unless, now, like I said before, they do make guitars that are designed and built for these tunings. I don't know what company does, different companies do, but I know they make them, for that because of so much added stress. Tony Rice used to use, his low E string was a .057, and I have known him to go up to a .058. That's a small bass string, folks. I mean, that's going to generate some vibration. It's going to move the top, but it's also going to add a lot of stress. Of course, Tony's, he can pay whoever works on his guitars now to fix it. No problem, just fix it, man. But that's tuning up like that. There's an E. When I start going up above that E, it's like adding a heavier string tuned at the same frequency that is. And the guitar was not made for that. This guitar was made for at maximum .013 to .056. This is a Blue Ridge here. And most of them, like I say, when they build a guitar, they build it around a certain string gauge, and you should always stick with that. You can maybe go up one gauge, if it was designed for 10s, you can go up to 11s safely, or down to a 9 safely, even tuning down in those alternate tunings. You don't have the added stress and everything, but you're still changing. The top's not made to vibrate at whatever you're tuning it at, unless it was specifically built to do that. By tuning down, your neck relief probably is going to increase or decrease. You're going to get back bow in the neck. The relief is going to decrease because there's less stress there, and your truss rod don't know the difference unless you adjust for that. I set guitars up so finely that, man, just the temperature changes them. I mean, the temperature, the humidity, and all that crap in the room wherever they live can change them. I can't set a guitar up and send it from here to, say, California and don't even expect it to be exactly what I set it on, because it's not going to be. When you ship a guitar from one side of the country to the other, from one country to another, it's going to change. I mean, there's nothing anyone can do about that. I can only set them up to the best of my ability, and I try to keep in mind, where the guitar is going to live, what kind of conditions it's going to live in. Try to keep that in mind. If it's going to be humid or dry or hot or cold or whatever, try to keep that in mind. And it doesn't work. Send the guitar halfway across the country, and it's going to change a little bit. Same with changing string gauge and guitar tuning. Back on the tuning now that I've got all that off my chest. If you tune down, say the alternate tuning you chose to use is lower. Like I say, your neck relief is you're going to start getting back bow, or a straight neck at least. Either way, up or down, your neck relief is going to change. It's not going to stay the same. And when it changes, your string action is going to change. Okay? The stress back here is going to change. Now, tuning it down is not going to hurt a guitar with a belly. It's going to be good for a guitar with a belly, in fact. But that's the one thing that really is not going to change that much. Change the string gauge, though, and the alternate tunings like that. Man, I wouldn't do it. I don't recommend it. I recommend you not do it unless you have the guitar that was designed for a certain specific tuning, and that's what you're using on it. But all these other tunings you guys talking about in Facebook groups, it's okay to tune them up to that occasionally and play a little bit. But tune them down, for crying out loud, man. Tune them back to A440, what they was designed and built and meant to be played at. Don't leave them that way and put them in the case and then forget about it or whatever might happen 3 weeks later. Oh shit, my guitar's still tuned that funky tuning, I better check it. Holy shit, look at it. You don't want that to happen. I see it all the time, folks. I see it all the time. People bring me guitars that they have forgot about. Sat in the closet for even 6 or 7 years, and bad things start to happen if you don't keep the humidity right. And then, you know, I have people tell me, well, I've had this guitar for like 30 years. I don't humidify it and stuff. Never humidified it. No cracks, nothing. I mean, it looks like it did. Well, you are a very lucky person, my man. If that's happened to you, you've been very lucky. I would highly recommend you start taking care of the guitar, because it's not going to last forever like that under those changes. Anyways, this has been coming up in Facebook groups a lot, so I thought I'd make a little short video about alternate tunings and some of the things it does and doesn't, and mostly what it can do to your guitar if you tune it up in a higher pitch and leave it that way. You know, put it in a case, put it in the closet, under the bed, or wherever you store it. You know, long term, even short term storage. Don't do it. Don't put your guitar through that. I see we're coming, we're done past 10 minutes. I meant to keep this at 10, but you know how that goes. I can't do it. I gotta go get my hair tied back, man. It's a little bit hot like this. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helps the guys that was talking about that on Facebook. I know you guys watch the channel. And getting a Martin D15 in here, I'm authorized to show you the work to be done on it. In fact, stay tuned. There's a lot of good information coming around if you're trying to learn to play guitar. Stay tuned for those that series of videos. That's all I'm going to say right now about the D15. Cheers. Thanks for watching. I will see you again very much soon. Hold on. Well, here it is. Oh, Lord. I hope I don't have to go out in that today. Snow coming down sideways. The boogity bob. That's a part of it. Look at that. A winter blast. This is normal for us here. And it's just getting started. We'd like to likely get 2 or 3 feet from this.